Don't go anywhere, because joining us now, I'm pleased to say we have Banríon Capital founder and president and CEO Shana Sissel joining us now. Shana, great to speak with you again. Let's start with earnings season. Of course, we've gotten a ton of names reporting this week, and it feels like we've seen definite pockets of disappointment when it comes to big tech, when it comes to maybe some more of these industrial names. What is your read-through so far?
Exactly that. Big tech has been largely disappointing. I think I sent over some notes earlier, and I said that I think this is going to provide investors an interesting entry point to build a position in names that had been largely overvalued, trading at premiums after their earnings reports. Because long term, I think many of these companies actually have very positive long-term trends. This short-term dislocation, I think, is a result of a number of things. Some concerns about the CapEx spend as it relates to AI and how that's monetized. Some concerns about how other companies and other industries are using their CapEx spend. Concerns about things that are going on overseas, particularly as it relates to tariffs, China, things of that nature. All those things are putting pressure on these names. They're putting pressure on the companies. And the companies, well, if you look at their earnings, they're actually not doing poorly per se. They're just not living up to the super high expectations that we've had for them over the last few years.
It seems like investors have been waiting for management to reassure them about DeepSeek, Shana. And I'm curious, because I know you're an investor in Nvidia, and do you think that it will be when Nvidia comes and tells us that, you know, DeepSeek is not a threat, that that's when all of these AI-related stocks will rally once more?
I think it'd be hard for Nvidia when they report earnings, or any of the tech companies when they report earnings, to say that, because I don't know that they have enough information to make that comment right now. I think there's the way that news came out caught everybody by surprise, including those companies. And so subsequently, I think that they still need to do more research, and it would not be in their best interest to make comments related to something they don't understand fully yet, which is why I think you're seeing these sell-offs. Now, personally, I don't think that we should be as concerned about DeepSeek. Every day, more information comes out that makes me more and more confident that it's not the threat that people initially thought it was. Specifically, if you read the actual paper related to DeepSeek, there's a whole bunch of commentary in there that talks about the cost and how the $6 million is not actually reflective of some of the research costs that went into it, so on and so forth. Above and beyond that, the news that came out, I think yesterday, about the Canadian security company diving into DeepSeek chatbot and connecting it to the CCP. So there's a number of things that I think we need to take a step back, but I don't know that we're going to hear from Nvidia or any of the tech companies in their earnings reports any real significant commentary on DeepSeek until they fully understand what the threat is.
Well, Shana, I want to switch gears here, because we're up against the clock, and I want to talk about sneakers, because I'm taking a look at your February stock ideas. I see Nike on the list. Nike, obviously a very interesting story right now, and it's down about 25% over the past year. They've had some management shakeups. What is the catalyst that you see coming for Nike?
Well, Nike's becoming cool again. And I think that is something worth noting. I have a 9, soon to be 10-year-old son. He is all Nike all day, every day. And his friends are more and more wearing Nike. You have some celebrity endorsements. The anniversary of the Jordan shoe and the way that they've handled the marketing on that. I love, if you watch on social media, you'll see that the CEO has been handing out tickets to anyone related to wearing the Jordan shoes. And in Chicago, of course, they're celebrating that with, I believe there's blocks on the Jordan statue at the United Center. But they're finding a way to make their brand relevant again. They're going harder into the athlete market. That's always been the thing that's made them cool. The stock is beaten up, and I'm not saying that it rebounds tomorrow, but I think the new CEO is making the right decisions and the right steps to bring Nike back to being cool again. And it hasn't been out of favor that long, and the kids are really the key to brands that like Nike. And if you think about it, the reason they kind of lost ground is because another brand became cool. But I don't think that that's something that's insurmountable that they won't be able to overcome. Stock is cheap. It is beaten up. It's largely out of favor. I love names like that.
Buy them a share of it then while you're at it as well. Shana, thank you so much for joining us today. That's Banrion's Shana Sissel.